So here we are in Moonbrook, getting ready to go into the Deadmines. Uh, this group that I'm in right now, it's a few hours later. I went and grabbed dinner and some other things. So it's myself. I'm actually DPSing as the priest. I think we have a level 26 druid who's supposed to be healing, then a 20 druid who's tanking, a 20 mage DPSing, and a 20 warrior DPSing. So this should pretty much bulldoze the place, given we're significantly over-leveling it in a few ways. But we'll see. These two quests are outside the dungeon. I would not be mad if they wanted to skip it.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
It's technically an upgrade. It's one more stamina than what I have. But I'm not gonna try to roll on that.
I can't cast that yet. I can't do that.
The problem is that it's there's only a certain number of undead spawns. We probably don't want to fight over them. It just takes too long. So it's not actually related to the story of the Deadmines at all. So I'm not
That spell isn't ready.
worried about it. We got an ad behind us.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that. That's still recharging. I'm out of range. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
So basically my tactic is just to dot stuff and then wand, more or less. The Watchman is running away in fear. It's probably going to be bringing back several other mobs. But we'll be okay. I'll die to the dot here. There you go. See, look at that. Guess we're running into the dungeon. Hopefully managed to follow that path right there. And I installed DBM Classic recently. As in between these two videos for first Onyxia kill. Hooray, was second on DPS, despite never having done it in Classic before. Playing a 60 rogue. First 60 I ever had. Then second 60. And third 60 actually, on different servers in Classic. I don't really know what I was doing back then, but I liked playing rogues. Then the next two 60s were both warriors. Balkoth didn't exist until the 6th 60 and didn't even hit 60 until after BC launched. Funny story, that. what's going on with this person. Did he like reset it or something? That was weird. Comedy of errors that way. Let's go and reset all the data. Reset all the datas.
That's still recharging. That ability isn't ready yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Tapped
That
out all
spell
the
isn't ready
things.
yet. I can't cast that yet.
And fix it into wand. Watch all those numbers pop up in the dots.
That's still recharging.
That's right now I'm top DPS on the pole. All the shadow paints are wearing off. Hey, still top damage on the pole. Look at that. Blazing wand. Not as good as what I have.
That spell isn't ready yet.
We'll try to pick off these guys, get our spirit taps from them, dot up the main elites. We got a plan. Hey, look at that, #1 DPS in that pull.
That's
So
still
far, so
recharging.
good.
I can't cast that yet.
Look at this, we're gonna smite once. Boom. Spirit tap all the things.
That spell isn't ready. That's still recharging. That spell. I can't cast that. That spell.
Where is Truly? Truly is too far away. You're up there, up ahead a bit.
That's still recharging.
Hopefully that doesn't yank him off. Yeah, it didn't.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Hey look, that's the offhand I have.
That's still recharging.
What Red Silk did, of course, maybe some other quest in Westfall? I don't know.
I can't cast that yet.
Did not get the killing blow there. No spirit tap.
That spell isn't
We killed the first boss there, the Ogre. Raxor. He's literally just hits hard and has a lot of hit points. He's like the first dungeon boss you ever fight as Alliance. We have our Pat coming up from behind. They spawn after every boss.
That's still recharging.
I think we want to go for the Evoker first, probably. Keep the one. Alright, look at that. Our mana is still good. We did basically equal damage to everyone else on that pull. Rare spawn, Minder Johnson is not there. Spread the dots around.
I can't cast that yet.
I don't like that. Kind of rather would have spirit overall.
That's still recharging.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Not ready yet.
It's not that int is bad for some larger maximum mana pool, but more spirit tap bonuses is also really good, and just regen whenever I need it. I'll move through these guys. This could get fun.
That ability isn't ready yet. That's still
Oh, that's all another. No spirit tap in any of them. Sad day. See, now you can just easily taunt. There he is aggro. Because he instantly gets all my Mind Blast aggro.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Let's start out here, shall we?
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Should set up these targeting macros because they've been generally useful. gloves.
That's still recharging.
Oh, I got a spirit tap there.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. Not ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Those are overall damage looking here. I'm technically, quote unquote, winning on it, barely. Is he gonna pull both at once? He pulled both at once.
That spell isn't ready yet.
I'm gonna refrain from mind blasting initially, at least, until they have a second to get more solid aggro.
That's still recharging.
Spirit tapped it. Shadow and Pain done. You know, I mean, there's a second phase here. Sneed's obviously in charge of helping build some of these machines, and the Lumber Master, this Goblin Shredder. Sorry, I'm kind of tired right now, and I probably shouldn't be filming this here. Now, Sneed himself will spawn out of the Shredder. I do not want to Mind Blast. Not until more solid aggro is established. We could hope it is now. And there's no point in putting up another Pain, because 24 seconds is enough time for him to die there, as you can see. Gold flecked gloves. Strength and intellect. I'd rather have the spirit. If we do get that.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
It's a lot of woodworking gloves. Oh, we're having friends. I think this might be like the last tick here. There we go. See, we're still keeping our mana close to full. So it's all good.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet.
It's going to be another path from behind, so I'm watching for it. So you can see that we entered the main mines themselves, and we got to this lumber processing facility, which kind of hints that there's something big going down here, big going on down here in these, you know, these mining halls, this underground labyrinth. But we're moving pretty fast here, keeping ahead of the patrol.
That spell isn't ready. I can't cast that yet. That spell.
We have a lot of incoming friends, so we'll dot them all up and see if we can get a spirit tap proc. Excellent. Any second now, I'm expecting to see that patrol materialize over there. Scribed leather gloves, can't use that.
still recharging.
I think they just, I guess, right, always the 1% mischance in Classic and PC that can't ever be got rid of.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Got the dots ticking on all 3 targets right here. Of course, the warrior cleaving. I think that's Smite's mighty hammer that he's using. It's basically the same bracers I have. Where is the patrol? Am I forgetting something? I thought the patrol spawned and came here. I don't know. Anyway, we haven't had to even stop and drink once. We've gotten a few spirit tabs. We've been using our wand efficiently. You know, at higher levels we'll actually get things like Mind Flay and other stuff to other shadow spells and stacking shadow debuffs and all that kind of fun. Go to this when this warrior's able to cleave stuff. 2 at a time is basically going to be as ideal way to do it. We're speeding through this place pretty fast. This next part, as you can see, is the Goblin Foundry. Here's where mispulls can get kind of bad if you're not careful. Yeah, I thought I recognized Smite's mighty hammer. Okay, so we entered the mines. We got to the entrance of the dungeon, wandering around down there, which can be tricky to navigate, so hopefully you're paying attention. After making it down to the bottom, we entered the instance, went through the halls, found the mining foreman, then found the lumber yard. And are they going to aggro everything else? Yes. Yes, they are. And now these Goblin Engineers make these remote-controlled bots.
Not ready
Fortunately, these crossbows don't actually hit too hard.
yet. Can't do that yet. That's still recharging.
They do have a lot of armor, so no spirit tap procs there. But we still have about half.
I need to get closer.
Just grabbed that with a very low threat Shadow Word Pain, just so you see like that Goblin Engineer on the right hand side of the screen is padding around. Trying to avoid getting multiple ads. And
It's too far away.
problem is that the Druid tank does not have Fairy Fire Feral until level 30, so he doesn't actually have a good ranged way of pulling right now, which is why I'm trying to help out by doing this. You can see that engineer over there is then moving away. We'll see where does the tank want to go next. Okay, looks like we're going for the engineer, as determined by the mage. And he's probably gonna pull out his remote control robot sometime, and we got an ad. And I guess we got another ad. We got 2 more ads. Okay, this is going to be fun. But again, we are severely over level in this, so I don't think it's actually going to be a problem here.
I can't cast that yet.
But if we got like another ad, it would be kind of funny. Rack up those dots and wand away. That's our plan.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
a spirit tap off this? I don't even know. No. I think I just got the killing blow there, and I don't think I saw a spirit tap prop.
That spell isn't ready yet.
We got another engineer with his pet robot. We've dotted them both up. So that gives us a baseline of about a little over 7 DPS because it's 22 damage. And then we're on top of that, we got another 17.5 damage. So, you know, we're basically pushing out 24 DPS, a single target. And the more ads we can dot up, the higher our DPS goes, obviously. Look at that, I'm pretty sure I just killed it. Yeah, I slew it and did not get spirit tap, so it's shit. Gonna summon his pet there.
I can't cast that yet.
Alright, pet is up, pet is now dotted. Maybe we should kill the engineer first, I guess. Look at that one strike right there. Did you see that? It perfectly caught him as he ran away, and the warrior was like all panicking and freaking out. Guess our mage is AFK or something. Clearly hasn't really even been mattering.
I'm out of range. That's still recharging.
Look at that. I tried. You know what? That's okay. That's probably what I need to do. So for me, Fade was always Shift Q, and then Leap of Faith was just Q. So if I put that on Q, it should probably help. You remember that Q is Dispel, and since I'm not gonna get Leap of Faith, didn't exist till what? Cataclysm, I think. Maybe Wrath of the Lich King. I forget when. Like, because they called it Life Grip. So I think it must have been after Wrath of the Lich King. See how the druid had to exit and try to moonfire and then has to ship back. Mage is back with us, it looks like. Powering away with those frost bolts. I guess no, right, daylight savings time today, so it's 11:18 locally here, CST, but it feels like it's 12:18. I don't know if you care to see who we attack first.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Molten metal, 10 damage inflicted. So it's Shadow Word Pain, I think. Yeah, there's the last tick.
I can't cast that yet.
Got Rejuve and another thing ticking on me there.
That spell isn't ready yet.
This could be the wing. Not the wing, the ring, but it's not. Two agility, 6 intellect rings. One of the better rings you can get for a while. Did not drop. Oh well.
That's still recharging.
Next time. Spirit tap. Since I'm not even casting anything right now, it should give me some major regeneration for a bit. Okay, but we just...
I can't cast
Okay, we now need
That's still recharging.
to do stuff here.
Not ready.
Got 2 spirit taps there. Nice. And again, we have a patrol that will come through this way, but based on how we've been moving, we might not even see it. So we have like, what, 1 more tick here?
I can't do that yet.
2 more ticks. So this should be the last one. There we go. Dot track could attack that. To track that would definitely be good. I guess like I could learn how to use weak orders or something. Which I should do. I always used a mod called dot timers throughout vanilla. It's not vanilla, sorry. Throughout BC. Wrath of Lich King.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Got them all dotted up. About to lose Arcane. Did I redeem my own Fortitude, or...
That ability isn't
Because I need to redo theirs then. Okay, so redo everyone's Fortitude. Not that it's really mattered. So now would be a time to drink. Or I could just ignore that and go ahead and grab all this stuff. Well, I don't know. What are they planning on doing here? Do they actually have a plan for the cannon? There's the overseer that spawns when you grab the powder. Okay, tank with my armor for a moment at least. All is 10 and nobody needs it. We're gonna accumulate a decent amount of items and stuff here. Could start DEing them if we wanted. We also have mage water here to drink if we really need to restore our mana. Did the patrol come here yet? Doesn't look like it. I don't know what we're waiting on. Oh, did he just level? I guess he just leveled.
You there! Check out that noise!
I can't cast
Probably did not need to dot the parrot,
get closer.
but you're just being safe, right?
We're under attack! A master swabs! Repel the invaders!
So what's going on in here? We have a Mr. Swab and there's pirates and stuff. I thought this was a mining place and there was this foundry. What's going on? So weird. So we came through the mines, we dealt with the mine foreman, we found the lumber master, we dealt with him. We found the goblin foundry and we dealt with the man here, and then we come down here. Oh, and it's a giant ship in a huge underground cavern with this massive gate over there to the west at how it leaves. Well, when they said the stonemasons knew how to dream big or build big, they weren't kidding. Look at that monster over there. That is a huge warship. That's probably their weapon of mass destruction they're talking about. Well, obviously we gotta stop them from completing that. But part of me also wishes we could go have words with those corrupt nobles that left all the stonemasons by the wayside. This felt like it'd be nice to be able to have some kind of reconciliation between the ideally nobles that aren't corrupt, which Bolvar and some of the others aren't supposed to be, but Well, there are some spoilers that I'll avoid mentioning right now
That spell isn't
about some stuff that is going on.
rechargeable.
I think he taunted a split second too soon, because taunt, if you're not familiar with the mechanics of taunt does not generate threat innately, but it does set your threat equal to the highest person. Is he gonna go and aggro multiple mobs? Not quite. So if person A has 100 threat and person B taunts, and person B has 100 threat as well, and the mob is attacking them. In order to get a mob to switch targets, they have to exceed your threat by 10% in melee or 30% at ranged.
I need a target. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
So, that's why I'm saying if I Mind Blast a mob and then he taunts, right, he gets the immediate bonus of Mind Blast. Since that is some immediate threat, I then is a bigger exceeding amount. Since I'm ranged, I already have to exceed by 30%. There's a lot of benefits from just taunting off something like that.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Pirates are going down.
It's too far away.
What we gotta work on here is trying to see if I can get a Spirit Tap proc off the parrot. Yes, we can.
I need to get closer.
Spirit Tap is refreshed. Look at our mana skyrocket. Getting 50, basically 25 mana a second right there. Alright, Mr. Smite, ship's first mate. I'm shit glad he's all by himself. Oh wait, look at that. Defias Blackguards.
That spell isn't ready yet.
We really need to kill these first for a reason that'll be evident in a moment.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet.
Alright, so working on Mr. Smite, we killed his ads, he has nimble reflexes, whatever that means. And he just stunned us.
Landlubbers are tougher than I thought. I'll have to improvise.
He stunned us all for like 9 seconds. Imagine if we had both ads up during this and they were just attacking somebody for all that time.
I can't cast that.
Not fun. Mr. Smite is mad at me.
Now you're making me angry.
Putting his axes off, and he instead is grabbing his hammer.
That's still recharging.
And with all that time for my dot to just tick away during the fight, I wind up as #1 DPS, but it just is the Thief Blade, not his hammer. Well, Smite's down, but he was just the first mate. What about the captain, and what about Edwin Van Cleef? We gotta take those on. Not sure he's necessarily going to do it with that weapon, but you know, this isn't worth making a deal out of it or something.
That spell isn't ready.
Bear Druid is wrecking them a bit right there. How's the overall damage looking? The warriors at top. Well, that hammer really helps.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Probably want a Shadowward Pain. I believe Cookie Stirring Wad is the first like wand upgrade we get. Obviously, when I say cookie, I mean like cookies are delicious, right?
That spell isn't ready yet.
How long have I been this level anyway? I've been this level about an hour and a half. And you can see that we are, what, 70% of the way through the level? With quite a bit of wasted downtime just waiting for the group to form up and get over here, so.
I can't do that.
We are at full health and mana, look at that. Hey, Cookie, look at that, it's a Murloc, the ship's cook. Fish, it's what's for dinner. Guess we can work on Cookie first. Cookie will try to run off at annoyingly high large health percent. Right about now. I thought it was higher than that. That wasn't too bad. Maybe it's just the fact that he can't be slowed. Maybe that was it. Oh, he did not drop his wand. Cookie Stirring Wand, or Rod, or something like that.
I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. That's still recharging.
I think it just pulled
I can't cast
out of there. Somebody else did. Not sure what he means by which is better. Oh, he actually has another sword. I wonder what that other sword is.
that spell isn't ready yet.
Let's see. Two-hand, they're both completely viable while leveling. Did I stop my wand autocast there? That's how terrible of me. gem. Anyway, Cookie Stirring Wand has 22.31 damage per second. So it would have been a solid DPS upgrade over my current wand, and it is arcane. But last was not to be this run. Perhaps it'll drop another run. Did he actually need on the stirring rod? I don't remember. Doesn't look like he did. Oh, we got a lot of friends here. We're climbing to the top of the ship here. Well, truly did actually truly top the DPS meters there.
Not ready yet.
Uh-huh. Whoops. I did not even realize that was a ring.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready. That's still recharging.
Spirit tap. Oh well. I'll get the seal of Ren eventually. Find another ring and lock them down, I think, is something you get. Now this is a tricky part right here, because remember I talked about the captain. Well, the captain is Captain Greenspan. He likes to patrol around. And we want to be careful. Especially me, because I'm level 18. There's the captain. And you don't want to be right there on the edge when he patrols by. But now I should be able to get over here. And hopefully this is far enough away that I will not aggro him as he walks by. The 26 healer is probably okay regardless. We've ascended the ship. We're nearly at the top. There's another treasure chest, naturally. I roll a 5 on it, naturally. Please don't aggro on them as you walk past. Well, I guess at this point there'd only be like one other mob that they might even pick up, so not a big deal. Hey, spirit tap.
I can't cast that yet.
Did I turn off like the game music or something and I'm forgetting it? No. They're gonna pull them immediately. Guess so.
That's still recharging.
Since nothing was marked, you know, I don't know which one he wants me to attack, so just attack things. I guess I marked him with random symbols that don't actually signify anything, just because I thought he might want to use marks for other things, but, you know, being fair, they haven't been using marks for other stuff the entire run, so I really shouldn't have any expectation they'd start now. So Captain Greenskin likes to do this poisoned harpoon thing you see over there. Deals 80 cleaves. But the 26 healer doesn't care so much about the cleave. And he drops... Really? That's all he drops? Well then. Those are better pants. Two spirit and stamina. And over there, Edwin Van Cleef, Defias Kingpin. Fortunately, he's by himself, and this whole thing's very easy, right? Right, I'm sure there's nothing that could go wrong, and no other bosses that had ads. Piece of cake.
None may challenge the Brotherhood.
Oh no, look, there's ads. What are we going to do? He's really having fun with Cleef right there.
I can't cast that yet. That's still lapdogs, all of you.
Unfortunately, it's smooth sailing, pun intended, from here on out, because, you know, we're done, and... Oh shit, he just called up 2 more ads. So, at this point, it's generally better just to burn him down, because he hits like a truck. Lapdogs, all of us, your cause is righteous.
That's still the charge.
I don't know, he resisted that. Man.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Van Cleef goes down, and that levels up the druid. Oh, that's convenient. And we have one. What do we got? Cruel Barb. And Raider shoulder pads, which are male. Does this guy have shoulders? Yes, his are better. And the warrior's going to want the weapon, I'm sure, which he did. And we found an unsent letter. Ahead, searching among Edwin Van Cleef person, you discover, among other things, an unsent letter. It is addressed to Barros Alexton, the city architect of Stormwind. It appears to be recently written and sealed. Deliver the letter to Barros Alexton. Okay, well, and we have the head of Edwin Van Cleef. And I guess we're just running from it. Running for it. Okay. Jump down the side of the boat, you can see that was the only way up, and then there's these tunnels out of here. And we may be about to have mobs leash back. Like that, right there. Unfortunately, I made it out too. Well, that was a very smooth and easy run overall. I was second on damage behind the warrior with the who's already had loot from that and Mr. Smite's hammer, so I think that's not bad for a priest who doesn't even have actual shadow spells really, except for Shadow Repain that they can use. You know what? You were just being rude.
That ability isn't ready yet.
Looks like the dude was trying to make sure I wasn't going to like die to that or something. So when we turn this in, we will lose a stamina and 3 intellect, but we will gain 5 intellect and 11 spirit once we can actually wield it. So I guess we should Hearth to Stormwind and actually train that. And then Underground Assault is another thing in Stormwind, but we'll resume our adventures of Balkoth's Shadow Priest another time, because this video is definitely going to end with us turning this in. And it's not quite the, I wish I'd been more awake for that. I don't think I talked as much as I should have. But hopefully we still this kind of went through it, and you got to see what the Deadmines look like. And you understand, if you've been watching this video, the kind of the lore behind it, how the stonemasons rebuilt Stormwind in the wake of the First War. Corrupt nobles of the city then, didn't pay them back at all, left them broke, destitute, penniless. And they got mad and decided if they weren't paid for their troubles and taken care of for all of their hard work and sacrifices, and they were going to take it by force, and they built a criminal empire. And the corrupt nobles are then having us sicked on the Defias Brotherhood and to kill them, while the nobles get away with whatever it is they're doing. And as we'll continue this chain, we'll see that nobles have a big hand in some of the stuff's going on. Spoilers, but there's definitely not stuff that's great going on. And especially as you get to high level, you discover a really significant spoiler about what some of the massive problems that have been plaguing the kingdom. So let's turn in the silk first, and then it'll drop down. It'll look so cool.
You need something?
Also, we have those woodworking gloves. 10 ore, I guess I can keep. Ice cold milk, we don't need more of that. We have so many other mana potions. I just can't see myself bothering to use all of this at this point. Clam meat, I can go buy more, but if I need, I'll probably DE the other stuff. Okay.
Have a good one.
I guess Brennick is going with the druid. That's my guess. They already had a healer.
King's honor.
I have proof, and I want a 200 weapon for it.
Light bless you.
Like, you can't even use the weapon. I don't care. I want it anyway. We took about half our health there.
Light,
Alright, Lord Stoutmantle, we did it. My remark, that was, hang on, let's
light
see.
bless you.
My bravery is remarkable. The people's militia thanks you for your service to people of Westfall. This marks the beginning of the end of the Defias Brotherhood. Hopefully someday, peace will once again grace the fair plains of this fair lands. So let's grab 2 intellect upgrade and 11 spirit upgrade for 1 stamina.
Go with honor, friend.
And we leveled up to 19. So now we get 2% more spell hit. Let's go train staves so we can actually equip it now. The next level we get Mind Flay. But once we start using Mind Flay more in dungeons, We will actually have to probably start drinking, water like mages and other lesser classes have to do. I think you train staves, right? What the hell, let's splurge. Let's get daggers too. Look at that. Alright, Staff of Westfall.
I supply only to find
Which actually has really good weapon DPS. It's 20 weapon DPS. And then, I don't know, I guess maybe we don't sell it, maybe we disenchant it. I don't know, I'll figure that out. And handle that between now and the next video, I imagine. Anyway, there you go. Welcome to the Deadmines. Hope it was fun. We have our new Staff of Westfall. And Seer's padded armor and Seer's pants, obviously, we have a matching outfit there, which is obviously the most important part of this. So, hope you enjoyed it. Remember, we still have this unsent letter. Started with Van Cleef, and who knows what that could lead us to. See you next time.